What is up, guys? Welcome back to another daily build video. This time we're talking about the F12tdf in HYPERCAR. A few videos ago I went through the F12 in Street 2, but it was really good, so I just decided might as well try it in HYPERCAR to see how it does. Let's go. Real quick before I get into the video, if you're looking for any of my builds, I have a full spreadsheet of builds for Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Unbound, and the community builds for Need for Speed Unbound, and I'm adding Motorfest tunes as well. You can go to militiagamingcode.com/builds and you will find those builds. And in addition to that, if you want to submit your builds for testing, you can do that on the same exact page. Just scroll down and enter your information in either the Motorfest form or the Unbound form. I'll check it out when I have a chance, and maybe you'll be featured in a video like this. All right, let's get into this. All right, taking a look at the stats first. The top speed is 279, so that's pretty common. 279, 280, somewhere in there, depending on your tune. That's good for HYPERCAR. Acceleration 2.7, only 0.2 off of the Jesco, which is pretty good. Braking is 19.9, again, just a little bit longer than the Jesco, and I'm comparing it to the Jesco only because the Jesco seems to have the best stats in the class. I mean, there might be other cars that do, but as of right now, of the cars that I've tested, the Jesco is the best, so that's the benchmark. Anyway, the lateral Gs are at 1.6, which is the same as the Jesco, and it actually does feel like it. This car takes corners very, very well. On my test course, I ran a 121.009. That is on achieving immortality. It's on the Lamborghini playlist if you want to check it out. 121.009. A 120 is 100% possible. It really just depends on me and my driving, but that was my test time after lots and lots of attempts. And the Jesco, just for reference, is a 120.663, so we're about 4 to 5 tenths of a second off, so about a half a second off of the Jesco's time on that course, which is very good. I expect this thing to do fairly well here in the grand races. It handles a little bit different than the Jesco. It feels a little bit different, and I'll be honest with you, in testing this car, it took me a lot of attempts to get used to how this thing handles, because it feels a little bit more responsive than other cars, and it tends to hold the turn. I don't know, that's not a real assessment. It's just like when you turn and you let off of the steering, it still turns a little bit. I don't know, that's called oversteering, I guess, but it's not the same type of oversteering that I'm used to seeing with the other cars. So anyway, let's take it out into a grand race and see how it does. We'll see what we can do here. I have driven it a couple of times in a grand race in the stock tune, but I haven't done it after tuning it and after testing it. So, but before we get into that, let's talk about the pro settings. So we've got nothing here. Go down to the suspension, nothing there. You'll notice I haven't changed anything there. All right, anti-roll and alignment, that's really where the changes take place, and they are minor. So we've got +3 on the anti-roll front, -5 on the anti-roll rear, and then -0.05 on both front and rear camber, and that is it. This car does, like I said, oversteer a little bit. This helps with that a little bit, but for the most part, this just gives it a little bit more grip in those oversteers, which makes it handle very nice. So once you get used to it, as you can see, I've driven it 556 miles. I've done a lot of driving on this car. I'm excited to try this tune in the grand race. So here we go. All right, here we go. Once again, I'm picking my favorite meta cars, or meta bikes in this case, for the beginning of this race. The F12 is going to come in at the end of the race, so we'll see how this works out. Let's see what I can do. Oh, already getting bumped. Motorcycles can be bumpy. Also need to remember to shift into 5th and 6th. We're gonna go straight for this. Hopefully we don't hit a rock. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. We're gonna stay inside here. Shift to 5th. And 5th again. Don't want to burn too much NOS there. All right, this is always the tricky one because there's a rock here on the other side. And I just try to aim a little bit more. Oh my god, what is my guy doing? What is he doing? Doing tricks, dude? You're still driving. You didn't even jump. You didn't jump and you're doing tricks. I don't even know what that's about, but we're in first. Let's keep it going. Honestly, this is one of my favorite grand race setups. is the motocross Alpha GP hypercar. It's just so fun. Oh man, I got a nose itch. Here we go. We got a little straight. Got it. We're solid. We're solid. We're seeing triangles crash behind us. Okay. Shift into fifth here. Oh, hit a rock. Avoided that. Fourth. Third. Oh, let's go. All right, we should have at least one. Yep. Spam shift. There we go. To top speed. And we do have a slip. Let's go. Man, I haven't driven Alpha GP today. Uh-oh, we're losing our slip. We lost it. What happened? I need you. I need you. So we can break away from the pack. Oh, a little bit of dirt, oversteer. A lot of bit of oversteer and dirt. I'm like, I want to wait for him. I want him to come here so we can slipstream our way to the finish line. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh, I see a couple. I see at least one person. Here he comes. Nice. He handled that so much better than I did. Oh man, we might be in for a 1v1 fight here. As long as he stays, he doesn't ram me and stays behind me here. He took that very, very well. I might be in for a fight. This guy is actually pretty good. I might be in for a fight. Here we go. All right, F12. Don't do me dirty here. Oh, he came in a little too hot. It's all right. It's all right. 1v1 battle for the dub with the F12. Oh, a little bit of bump up there. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm out of control. I'm OC. I used him to turn. That was dirty. That was definitely dirty. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm in a need to bleep that. All right, so that's the only issue, the first issue that I want to talk about with this car. All right, it's gonna be hard to talk about and drive this car, but this is very much like the Jesco in that it handles really, really well until it doesn't. And when you give it too much throttle in turns, it punishes you. So like, basically you need to be as balanced as you possibly can. Oh, come on, man. I'm trying to explain and race at the same time. It's not working out for me. We got 87%. This guy's gonna end up taking the win because of that one mistake that I made. So it's not a very forgiving car. It wants you to be precise with your movements. And so if you're not, then you get punished for it. The Jesco is the same way. It's very fast, and you can take corners at tremendous speeds. But the second that you are a little out of control, which is what happened to me, you end up getting punished and lose your grand race. I'm really disappointed that I lost that race, not gonna lie. I had first the entire time. He was in a Cento, which takes corners very, very well as well. I don't think the Cento DH is as fast, I would say, as this car. With the proper driver behind it, I think the Jesco is probably the same way. This is a lesson learned for me for sure. So this was always the issue when I was testing it, is that too much throttle in the corners really hurts the car. However, you can enter the turn and you can exit the turn faster than with other cars. It's very strange, but throttle in the corner, very bad for this car. The back end just wants to leave you, which is what it did there, and I couldn't control it enough to get back into slip with that guy. So it is what it is. That being said, the damn thing is fast, dude. It's a very, very fast car. I gave up the lead at the end, which I'm very disappointed about, as you can tell. But it is what it is, man. This is a good car. This is a car that's worth learning. It's very fast, and yeah, that's it, man. This is it for this daily build. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will catch you on tomorrow's daily build. Trigger out.